Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Around the House in 80 Days. It's Monday, 16th of November, and it's 4 p.m, and we're in the living room for a living room laughs session. As ever, we'll start with our health and safety announcements. Just participate in these movements to your own level of ability, capabilities. Do seated, standing options, or a mixture of both, whatever's suitable for you. Make sure you've got some nice clear floor space around you, and get your sensible footwear on, get the slippers in the cupboard for later on. So we'll start off with our marching, that nice tall posture. I'm sure I don't need to tell you how to march now. If you've tuned into some of our earlier sessions, we do quite a lot of marching. Shoulders back, nice and soft, tummy tucked in, that imaginary thread taking your head up to the ceiling. Start off with your legs and bring in your arms. If you can, one arm or two arms, whatever's good for you. This is week 3 already of our programme, and what we would hope to do is to increase the amount of time that we spend marching in our warm-up. So if you're doing this at home, try and build this up each time you're doing the marching session. And maybe by week 3 we could be up to maybe marching for 2 minutes, and that doesn't have to be non-stop. That can be do a wee bit, have a bit of a rest, you can march about your room, do whatever it is that's good for you, but to try and keep moving for longer periods of time, and that will build up your level of endurance as well, and as well as your mobility. And it means if you're walking or you're doing something, that you'll probably find that you're able to do it for a wee bit longer. Seated option, just exactly the same, just that good seated posture, marching with our legs and bringing in our arms. And we want to try and raise our heart rate a wee bit, feeling a wee bit out of puff, a wee bit out of breath, feeling a wee bit warmer. And good to feel a wee bit warmer on these cold winter days now, isn't it? Saves on the heating bills. Well, we'll get started for our first move today. We're going to do some jockey lifts. Always doing the jockey lifts. I absolutely love them. Important thing for our jockey lifts is to have our horse at the ready. And I think today we're going to have Fred. He's lovely. Black pony. Beautiful. Hi Fred. Just going to sit here. Going to get my bottom right in the saddle. Get all nice and comfy. And if you've not done jockey lifts before, you want to have your feet planted firmly on the floor, toes pointing forward, back nice and straight. Hold on to the side of your horse if you feel you need to. Hold on to the reins. I just want you to lift your bottom off the chair and back. So tummy in, lovely straight back, and bottom off the chair. And we're going to aim to do 8 of those. And do those at your own pace. And just say, oh thanks Fred, you're doing great, we're winning. We're always winning this race. Another wee lift up with the bottom. And this is good for the muscles in our bottom and in our back. It's going to make us stronger. And I think that was 8. I'm going to add in some sit to stands, because this is a wee progression onwards. So if we're going to do a sit to stand, we're going to sit a wee bit further forward in our chair. If you've got arms on the side of your chair, you might want to hold on, but you might want to aim to maybe not use your arms so much. Cross your hands in front of you to try and practice that. What we're going to do is we're going to just drive ourselves up into the standing position, feet facing forward, tummy tucked in, shoulders back, nice and strong, and up we go. Fabulous. Move our legs a wee bit further back. You can feel the back of your legs at the back of your chair. I'm going to sit down again. I'm going to stand up again, and this is great. You can do this every time you go to get out your chair for any purpose. If you're getting up to change the channel on the telly, getting up to go and make a cup of tea, anytime you get out your chair, don't just get out your chair the once. Do a couple of sit to stands before you run off. Brilliant, that's lovely. Next move, we're going to do some side bends. Standing nice and tall, if you're doing the standing option. Beautiful posture as ever, shoulders relaxed, knees nice and soft. And we're just going to push our fingers down to our knees, down the side of our legs as far as we can go. I'm going to do that on the other side. And we'll just do a few of those. Just to increase that flexibility down our sides. And the more often you do it, the easier it'll get. And to do that as a seated option, sit nice and tall, feet facing forward, beautiful posture, and we're just going to drop our arm down to the side. And just do a few of those each side. Next move that we're going to do some sideways steps, and I know we've done this before. You might want to have your bit of something to support, something to hold on to near at hand. Standing nice and tall. We're just going to take a wee step to the side. We're going to aim for 3 steps to the side actually. And then we're going to step back to where we started from. So leg out, bring in the other leg, wee mini steps. We could have a wee dance there. And try and do 3. And try and do 3 repetitions. Out to the side. And this is good for our stability and our balance. And if you want to do a seated option, front third of your chair, nice and tall. You can only really take wee mini steps, but give yourself plenty of room. Wee step to the side, other leg in. You can fit 3 mini ones in there, and back to the centre. And repeat that a few times. Good stuff. Our final movement for this session this afternoon, we're going to do a bit of a stretch on our calf actually. So we're going to sit in our chair, one leg bent, the other leg straight out in front with your heel on the floor, one hand on top of the other, and we're just going to slide our hands down our leg. Try and stretch down as far as you can. Keep your back nice and strong and straight. And feel that lovely stretch in the back of your leg and your hamstrings. Can you do that again? So one hand on top of the other and have a wee stretch down. And each time you do that, you'll be able to stretch a wee bit further. Back down again, a wee slide down. Try and aim for your toes. And try and keep your eyes looking forward, don't look down. And we'll swap over and we'll do the same with the other leg. So legs straight out in front of you, heel on the floor, and we're looking for this lovely stretch down these big muscles at the back of our leg. One hand on top of the other and slide our hands down. And you'll find that one side of you is a bit more flexible than the other. Mine certainly is. I think this is my stiff side. Back up to the top. Lovely straight back, and we'll just slide down. Again, keeping our head up, looking forward. And you might be able to stretch down a wee bit further. Feel that stretch in the muscles at the back of your thigh. Last one. Lovely straight back. And down as far as you can get. And if you can only get as far as your knee, as far as your shin, wherever, you do what's within your limitations. And through time, those hamstrings will get a bit more flexible. Well, that's our living room laugh session finished for this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll just finish off with some marching. Always need to keep moving. March at every opportunity, move at every opportunity. So what we covered this afternoon in this session, we did some jockey lifts on Fred. We did some sit to stands. We did, what else did we do? We did some side bends, didn't we? Both standing and seated. We did some steps to the side, some sideways walking. And that's a great one to kind of practice all the time. You'll be able to increase the number of steps that you can do sideways. And finally there we did a bit of a hamstring stretch, a chair, what we call a sit to reach, looking at the flexibility in your hamstrings. So, thank you for joining in. I hope you've enjoyed the session. Please leave us a wee comment if you did. Tell your friends and family about Around the House in 80 Days. We would love you to do that. A wee reminder this week that we will be starting our health and wellbeing friendship circles in December and January. And these will be chats, group chats on the telephone, facilitated by Yolanda and myself. And we're looking to be able to kind of chat or discuss kind of different topics that will maybe kind of help you move a wee bit more, sit a wee bit less, things that are important to you about your health and well-being, whatever it is. You need to register for those, so you need to contact our switchboard number, and I'll just tell you what that is. The number is 0333 323 2400. I'll repeat that. It's 0333 323 2400. Well, thank you again for joining in, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.